8 questions. Listen to each question and respond after the tone. Look at the timer to see how much time you have to give your answer. Can you tell me your full name?
My full name is Olvar Uriel Mireles Briones, being spelled my first name Olvar as Olvar.
How do you spell your surname?
My surname, which is Mireles, is spelled Mireles.
Where are you from?
I am from a small town called Torreon, Coahuila, which is nearly like 400 kilometers west of Monterrey.
What do you like most about your hometown?
What I like the most of my hometown is that people here never get bored and always have open mind to experience new things.
What's your job?
Right now I'm studying at the Technological Institute of Monterrey at Campus Laguna. Right now I'm studying the engineer in industrial physics in order for me to succeed as a physicist on my near future.
What exactly does your job involve?
My job, my studies mainly involves for me to gather different experiences and different abilities that will help me on the labor work later on. So right now what I do is study research and develop my abilities to communicate with society.
What made you decide on this kind of work?
The main reason why I decided to start studying the career of engineering physics is for me that physics is one of the most exciting topics in the science and one of the most vast ones, which has a huge variety of knowledge to be discovered.
How do you use English in your work?
As we know, English is the global language and is one of the most useful and used languages in research papers. So, reading, writing, and listening in English will be necessary and essential thing for me to be a physicist, which is researching and writing papers.
Part 2. Reading aloud. You will see 8 sentences on the screen. Read each sentence aloud after the tone. Look at the timer to see how much time you have to give your answer. Question 1.
This is the latest version of the plan.
Question 2.
These are the minutes of the last committee meeting.
Question 3.
Sales have risen faster than expected over the last quarter.
Question 4.
I will give you a summary of the figures at the end of my talk.
Question 5.
Mr. Bond apologizes for not being able to attend that reception.
Question 6.
Permission to develop the land must be gained in advance.
Question 7.
Dr. Clark would like you to phone her back before 3 o'clock, please.
Question 8.
The design should follow the guidelines set out in the tender specifications.
Part 3. Presentation. You will have 1 minute to talk about a topic. First, you have 40 seconds to read the task and prepare what you are going to say. You will then be given 1 minute to speak. Please begin speaking now.
What I'm going to talk about is my personal opinion on how the perfect office should be. I will talking about how the office should be, where the office should be placed, and what could be the facilities in or outside the office. First, I want to say that the best place for an office to be in is on green areas or in the center of the city, which is accessible for many other places. Secondly, I would like to say that the office must always be clean, neat, and to have a good smell. That way, the development and the progress with the staff will be better. Thirdly, and finally, I would like to say that there are facilities in an office that should be and will be rewarded, such as having a think room, which will increase the raise with the staff. Summarizing, I will say that the perfect office should always be clean and neat.
Part 4. Presentation with graphics. You will have 1 minute to talk about some visual information. First, you have 1 minute to look at the task and prepare what you are going to say. You will then be given 1 minute to speak. Please begin speaking now.
Based on the charts of PEPCO Total Exports, we have three main countries which receive our exports, mainly Japan. On the last years between 2005 and 2007, we have seen a steadily decrease from 75% by and up to 50%. Otherwise, on Brazil, we have a boost of 20% from 2005 to 2006. However, in 2007, there was a little decline of 5% in the exports. Finally, we have Canada, which in between 2005 and 2006, it remained stable, having a 15% of our total exports. On 2007, the export number have increased and became the same percentage as Brazil, being in 25%.
Part 5. Communication activity. You will imagine you are in this situation. You have 40 seconds to read the task. How important do you think the location of a conference is?
Well, in my personal opinion, the location of the conference is one of the most important things to consider, since it has to be in an accessible place, which is in an easy route for everyone, being the public, the audience, the staff, and of course, our team.
What equipment should a good conference center have?
Mainly, the equipment required on a conference is to have technological gadgets such as a computer, speakers, and a projector. That way we could deliver and present a better conference for the public or the audience, for them to have a better knowledge.
What catering facilities do you expect to find in a good conference center?
The basic facilities that everyone should find, some like bathrooms, and more fancy ones such as coffee makers or a cafeteria, which could help the audience to help themselves. It will be a sort of catering facilities an idea.
What makes a good conference speaker?
The most important thing in conference are the speakers, and what they need to do is to be prepared and to have confidence in what they are saying. That way, the audience will catch and gather the most valuable information from the conference. The speaker should also have a good eye contact.
What is the ideal length of a good conference?
As we know, conference could be boring, and the way to avoid that is to not make them long. The best idea, in my personal opinion, is to have a conference between 15 and 20 minutes. That way we could cover the information needed without boring the audience.
That's the end of the Bulats speaking test.